So yeah, with farming God's way, one of the most important aspects is God's blankets. And this is what we call God's blanket. It's basically, in scientific terms, we call it mulch. But in nature, and we can just walk over to the bamboo. In nature, we never dig, we never weed, we never outset. And this bamboo here, the bamboo here will never really give it food. So what happens is, as it grows, it sheds leaves. Leaves cover the ground. When it rains, the leaves protect the water from evaporating. The leaves rot and become food for the bamboo, and the cycle continues. So we're basically trying to, in farming God's way, we're trying to mimic what God does in nature in our garden. So what happens in our garden, after we have slashed the great bush, often it's bush when you find fallow land, virgin land, it's a bush, we do not burn the bush. We slash it, and after slashing, part of it is drying, and this is God's blanket already. We do not burn this, we leave it in. And we do not plow with the tractor, but we come with a simple hoe. Simple hoe, and we don't dig, but we cut. We simply cut the roots of the shrubs and the grass. And after cutting, you can see we've already worked here. After cutting, we come and make our line. Like we have done here. All we do, once we put the pegs and we know our line is there, we collect the God's blanket out of line. And then, once we have measured like we did there, we basically start. This is the only plowing or digging we do. We start to make soft the point where we're going to plant, like we have done here. Like we have done here, the beginning God's blanket is in the middle, and here we have made, this is very hard, this is soft. This is where we're going to put our seeds. The rest will never touch. Every season we will plant in only this portion. If we feed only this portion, and after harvesting, some of the residual nutrients remain there. We plant again another crop, we add in. We planted, here we planted yesterday sweet corn after making the furrows. And one of the things we have realized, we would like to be as organic as possible. And we have discovered that where we have spring onions, the insects that attack or that bring diseases to our sweet corn are not as much. Actually, in one of our sweet corn gardens, we see no sign of infestation by white flies. And we have been reliably informed that the smell of the spring onion drives them away. So below here are seeds of sweet corn that will soon germinate. But apart from that, we have planted the spring onions that will repel the bad guys. Now, we've planted, and this is our beginning God's blanket. We're going to bring some more finer God's blanket and cover lightly over where the seeds have been planted, so that they germinate through this, through God's blanket. And the usefulness of God's blanket is protecting the soil from direct heat. See here, The soil here is pretty sandy, and if you do not cover it, it's already caking and splitting, and water is escaping, and it's becoming hard cake. But if you cover, you see where we've covered? You see here? It's still wet. It's still wet. Ooh, and the termites are doing their job. So, this is very important aspect of our farming God's way, God's blanket. Here we have planted cucumbers, and we've started covering everywhere with God's blanket. You can see here we have covered. This is also going to be a banana plantation, so the bananas are there, and the cucumbers are nicely mulched or covered with God's blanket, the ground, and they're going to move over here. They are very clean as compared to these ones which have not yet been covered by God's blanket. We're going to do shortly, but you can see it after the rain, after the heavy shower, the flowers and the leaves are dirty, whereas here they are very clean, very beautiful, clean. And that is important also for the life of the plants. Here is our sweet corn garden, and this is eggplants that is coming next to sweet corn. And again, we have our spring onions growing in between the sweet corn, and that is repelling the white flies that normally cause maize streak virus. Now, if we had the maize streak virus here, we have a lot of stripes, white stripes, and they often kill the maize, and it doesn't yield anything. We'll shortly show you an infected maize garden with maize streak virus. But as it is here, with the inclusion of spring onions, we're not getting the infestation, which means the white flies are being kept away. And this is nicely covered with God's blanket. It's about 3 weeks. It's growing very well. Now, this is a garden of conventional maize. We've not done any farming God's way practices here apart from planting in lines. I wanted to show you here the maize streak virus. Now, when the maize is affected by the maize streak virus, which is brought by the white fly, the leaves look like this. It looks beautiful, but it's actually a disease, and this one, it will not bear much. But these local varieties of maize have been bred in such a way that they are resistant or tolerant to the maize streak virus, as opposed to the sweet corn that we just showed you, which is a very good product, however, very highly susceptible to the maize streak virus. So, having got the idea of the spring onion that helps us to overcome this problem, we're going to grow, I think in the future we're going to successfully grow sweet corn as well. And I do believe we have put a lot of spring onions on the nursery that we're going to incorporate in most of our gardens now, because it's good to use nature to fight the vectors that disturb our crops. Then we don't have to spray, for example, in this case, against the white fly. We just send it away and our crops grow. Now, one of the challenges we have with God's blanket, or which is a great aspect of farming God's way, is that most of the grasses we have decompose very fast. So if you cover the ground, the termites are working them, the sun is working them, the microbes are working them. Within a few weeks, 2-3 weeks, by the time it is a month, it's all gone. This one we just here we covered here about a month ago, and it's basically gone. It's basically gone. Yeah, it's become, this is good, of course this is manure, the crops will enjoy this. When their roots go in this, they will eat it. However, we would like to have the ground continuously covered by God's blanket. So we need a type of grass that decomposes more slowly, and we have come across vetiver grass that was recommended to us by our trainer, Bill Stow. He's an American gentleman who is involved with farming God's way, and he visits Uganda from time to time, and when he's in Uganda he comes to our farm and shows us what to do, how to do. And one of the things he recommended when we told him we are struggling with farming with God's blanket, he said, well, there is vetiver grass. Now vetiver grass grows very fast, and you can cut it and cover it as God's blanket, and it takes a long time for it to decompose. It's a little bit strong grass. So we are growing this. He gave us just one cluster of vetiver grass, and from that one cluster we've got now about 200-300 plants growing, this is our mother garden. We are multiplying it here, and once it is ready, we'll then plant it in different parts of the gardens of the farm, so that when it's ready for cutting and covering, we'll just cut it and cover that part of the farm. It decomposes, it remains within. We feed it, we cut, we cover, it decomposes, it gives nutrients to the ground. So we're not going to have a net takeaway of nutrients. We feed it in the garden, like here. We're going to plant it in the banana plantation. Our plan is to put a straight line of vetiver grass here, all the way to the end, planted at 50 centimeters. When it grows, we'll cut it and cover 2 lines of bananas. And then this other line we use for feeding the bananas. We have made feeding holes. These are banana feeding holes, about 2-3 feet by 5 feet, 6 feet, doesn't matter. Well, the bigger the better. And all our refuse, like when we prune the leaves away, the old leaves, they come here. When they rot, they become food, and the roots of the bananas, the 4 bananas in this case, 4 banana stools, mats, they will send their roots in here and feed. So when we have poultry manure, cow manure, goat manure, rabbit manure, we put it in here. All these cuttings, weeds, we put them here. Like this is the wandering Jew. It's already decomposing nicely, and it will provide food to the bananas. And then when we get the vetiver grass, we'll cover everywhere else will be covered by vetiver grass. And apart from vetiver grass, we also have the elephant grass. This is, I think, Guatemala grass that was also given to us by Bill Stow, our Farming God's Way trainer. So we planted it on the side of the banana plantation already. As it grows, we'll cut and cover, and that way we're planning for the future God's blanket. So when we have enough of the elephant grass and the vetiver grass, we'll not be struggling with God's blanket. We'll have enough, and we'll be able to do a good job. And we intend to go into the community and to sensitize them about farming God's way. And once they pick it up, we'll also give them a stock of elephant grass and vetiver grass, so that they can also start using it on their own home gardens or farms. Thank you very much.